Hello and welcome to my channel. Welcome back if you've been here before. This pick a card reading is a general reading, so it should fit any situation you find yourself in. And as always, we have our three piles here with group 1 on the left through to group 3 on the right. I will also show you the reverse side, so if that helps your selection, you can take a look at that. If you'd like a private reading, you can book that in the description box below. And that being said, I will leave you with your selection and I hope you enjoy your reading. Hey group 1, welcome to your reading. If you have chosen this little clear quartz cluster, then this is going to be your reading. Interesting, I heard something I probably can't say, a cluster F. So maybe there's something like that's just a real headache that could have been going on for you. Just maybe not for everyone, but I definitely got that vibe of a cluster, which is like an expression that says like something that's really like mind-boggling or just like exhausting or something like that. That could be the case. But either way, the clear quartz is a stone that does amplify energies that it works with, for better or worse. So yeah, take that how it resonates, but it's also the stone of clarity and understanding as well. So let's jump into your reading. Some of the main signs in your reading, we've got all the fixed signs with Aquarius, Taurus, Leo and Scorpio. Leo here again. We've got Pisces, Libra, Scorpio again, Capricorn, Cancer. There's a lot going on here. Those are the main energies. So it could be you, someone you deal with, but as always, it doesn't matter all that much. The signs could be any part of your chart or a transit that's going on that, and unless we're plugged into astrology like that, it might be hard to tell where it fits. But anyway, past energy for my group 1s. We have the World, the Magician, the 9 of Cups and the 10 of Pentacles. So this for you, you've had a new cycle begin. I've been reading one over the last few months, and it's been, or the last month or so, I think. Anyway, the readings have been super positive for group 1. So if you're a chronic group 1 chooser, then you'll know that like this has been your journey. It's been a lot of wish fulfillment for you. You've declared what you want to the universe. You've shown up for it, and a lot of your gifts have been received. You've got a beautiful family here, a lot of you. If it's not to do with family, it can be about maybe you're building a really successful big business or leaving a really powerful legacy behind in the work that you do. You've definitely shown up for these things that are coming into your life. There's more to come still, of course, many blessings. Family looks like it's been really important for you. Being able to be there for family, to support them and nurture them is one of your biggest wish fulfillments. I see this woman's arms wide open to this family image here. It's like to be able to provide for them and care for them and give them everything it feels like your purpose can be fulfilled in that alone, although there's a lot more for you to do in this world than just that, although that is a very important one for you. So the World also indicates that maybe there's been an old cycle that's closed out, and it's given you this deeper understanding. So the challenges of the past, you can see how they've shaped you, they've given you strength, they've given you deeper understanding of how to navigate challenge in the future. It's helping you also lean into your ability to be the magician, your ability to, I'm hearing spellcast if that's what you've been doing, or manifesting, creating, utilizing all of those nuanced little resources at your fingertips. There's really like an intricacy to your magic. It's all in the details. It's very beautiful. These are things you're sharpening, you're learning, you're becoming quite great in your journey. I can see that here. Now this week ahead, there's definitely some challenge popped up for you, but it's nothing you can't navigate. Let's jump into the week ahead, starting with strength. We know when we see strength, it's kind of the message that we're going to need it. A little bit of courage to face maybe some sort of conflict or challenge you might be currently going through or will experience this week. 5 of Wands can be conflict, too many people's opinions, trying to, you do something. Like I'm kind of getting someone that's like trying to execute a plan. They know how it should be done. They've got good reason for the way they act. and then other people that have no clue are trying to intervene. That's kind of the feeling I'm getting. So that might be what you deal with this week. You might be dealing with intervening energy, or someone who's like, just derailing. And you know what? Energy can even be within yourself. The Five of Wands doesn't have to be external. So take it how it resonates. Maybe it's your own self intervening, and there's many reasons why that might be. Maybe you're doubting your capabilities, maybe, if it is about you. But either way, you have the courage and the strength with this beautiful Leo lion here to help guide you through any challenges that come your way. So the Five of Wands, you don't really need to worry about it too much, but it is still there. I think whatever this is, it does lead to some sort of caution or anxiety about the future, or like possible like tension. Three of Wands and the Eight of Swords energy coming off that. Five of Wands is definitely like, I wonder what's going to pop up next. You may be dealing with somebody who really struggles with their mental health at times, unless that is you. Like I said, take it out resonates. Some of you, this will be an external energy. Some of you, it'll be yourself, and you will know very well who's who. But yeah, the week ahead shows that we're sort of anticipating something in the future, and there's also this like fear around it, fear of maybe not being good enough. Whatever the stories this person tells themselves, it's not true. It's all based in fear. So somebody really does need to face their fears a little bit this week. There's a bright horizon though, and it's almost like seeing you're on the trajectory to something really great and then just like sabotaging it, or being afraid that it's going to fall apart, or it's going to fall away, or something like that. So if that's in you, you feel like you've had a good lucky win streak and you're feeling like, oh my goodness, is it all going to be taken away? It's all in the mind. So really pay attention to that and try your best to reframe the way you're seeing things, leaning into trust. Trust that what's right for you will unfold organically for you, and the challenges are only here to help strengthen or guide you to what's right, or clear things out that don't serve, or it's everything serves, and until you realize that it doesn't, and then it serves you to let that go. And then later in the week we have the Seven of Pentacles and the Nine of Wands, and so some of you as well, like coming off that Eight of Swords with the Seven of Pentacles, Nine of Wands, this is like it can be a bit of a tension. I can feel definitely a lot of tension in this, because you've got something that is like the things you want are already here for you, but then there's so much more you want that is yet to come. So there's a real emphasis on this being consistent and being able to keep it all running, and it feels like a big job. It feels like a lot that you have to do. And the Seven of Pentacles has this beautiful little seedling in her hand here, and she's watering it. So it's like you really need to persevere. You really need to keep showing up. You need to not give up on whatever this energy is that's feeling anxious or afraid or doubtful, or it could be really harsh self-criticism. It can be anything. If it's you or someone else, they're really going through that, but whoever that is, whether it's you or someone else, they really need to up the self-care and to do those things that maybe they're a little bit apprehensive to do, maybe feeling like, oh, it's too hard, the mountain's too high to climb. It's kind of the idea to not look at the peak of the mountain and just look at the path in front of you and navigate those unstable rocks that might be there, clear them away, make the path as stable as possible for the current time being. That's what's most important, is the power of now. I think that's probably really important in this situation. But the Nine of Wands is that wound. It is a wounded warrior card. It's the card that feels like it's, it doesn't want to keep going, but it must persevere. It has to find that like low resource of energy and keep on trudging on. So yeah, there's definitely like a kind of pushing something uphill feeling here, but honestly, it doesn't seem like that much, especially given that you've actually got the thriving card, and this card is perfect. This is the type of, like, these are the challenges that help strengthen a person or strengthen a bond between two people, and that's what I see in your situation. You're not the type of person that gets knocked down by things. Things hurt, you're a human, but at the end of the day, you're always going to use these things because you have a brilliant perception of the way the universe serves us, and the way life unfolds. You have a great deal of trust. I'm going to read this card for you now, actually. If you draw this card, you are a survivor. And not only do you survive, but you use situations that others might find challenging to thrive. You expand when others shrink. This may be the time to adapt to your circumstances rather than be overcome by them. You have a remarkable ability to step beyond any challenge. You are strong. Others may find shelter in your energy, and right now that's okay. Through giving to others, you are in turn nourished. This card may be urging you to step into the primal, primordial, powerful, wild part of yourself. This will increase your vitality and contribute to your overall well-being. So whatever's going on, it's like, ain't no thing. Like, you've got this. Very strong Leo energy in this reading. Whether you're a Leo or not, it doesn't matter. It is really that courage and strength that, like it says, others may not be able to muster in these moments, but it ain't no thing, really. Underlying energy of this reading is the Justice card and the Hierophant under that, the Hermit under that. Lots of major arcana energy here. Ace of Swords, Ace of Wands, my goodness. Empress. God, I could keep digging. There's a bit of a story there. Okay. All right, anyway, I'm just going to stick with these because what I see over here, like I feel like I could just keep digging into like some past storyline stuff of nurturing and growing something. It's like definitely motherly energy here. Six of Cups and the Empress. It's like pregnancy or children, family things, lots of passion, lots of clarity and love in that area. Anyway, the Hermit underneath the Hanged Man, underneath the Justice card. These are all the underlying energies of this reading, and look at that. This is like really deeply introspective energy. This is somebody who doesn't really need permission, or like this is somebody who has a really strong moral compass, and uses any situation, like the Thriving card says, to expand their awareness. Limited thinking it just doesn't resonate. You know, you're somebody who's very broad in the way you see things, and you're always willing to bend and stretch to try and see things from other people's perspective, to really make sure everything is fair, honest, and true. I'm getting like a noble energy here, but with Justice there, it's like things are balancing out. Maybe there's a need to, I'm just seeing the judging thing come down. What is it called? I'm not even going to pretend I know. Comment below if you feel like it. I'd love to know what it's hammer. It's a hammer. Judging is hammer. I don't know. It's like maybe there's a ruling that's needed. Maybe you're like, enough of that. Order in the court. You know, that type of thing. It could also be that you're going through a legal situation, of course. That's definitely could be the case here. Like I can see in these cards how that could be the case. Something unfolding and ongoing, and it's a little challenging, but mostly like I see that Justice card as just being balanced, honest, truthful, and if necessary, consequence for action. So in the area of challenge, you have the Three of Swords and the High Priestess. Interesting, when I saw this, it's like there's definitely agonizing energy here, whether this is you or someone else. Someone is going through maybe their own emotional breakdown or feeling quite hurt by the past situations. But when High Priestess came out next to that, I was drawn back to the original card, and it's the one you chose for this reading today. It's the Unwelcome. Clear energies, helpers of your highest good only. And we've got this hand there with the little cross, like return to sender sort of thing. So you may be experiencing some sort of psychic attack, or not quite certain what's going on, but you know there's an energetic disruption. If that is the case, then definitely do a clearing. Just given that that's in your reading as well, it might be really nice to do a clearing for yourself. You may be dealing with some betrayals and things that are really hurtful, and just trying to understand it, but it doesn't make sense. High Priestess means that you don't have all the information, or there's something very convoluted about the situation. In the area of what you can do to help and support yourself through the challenge, you've got two Kings here. Very strong masculine energy. King of Swords, King of Wands. So I'm hearing cut the BS with that one. So if anyone's trying to spill you anything, it's just not even buying into it. Being very honest and truthful with yourself, having very strong boundaries, very, very discerning energy. And there's no cups in this. It's more about following what you know to be true, and then also letting yourself be led by your own passion, your own your own path. Like there's a uniqueness to you, and I don't know how this fits in, but it's like you have to be your authority here. And you will be. You'll be the authority of this situation. You might even have to be someone else's authority in this situation. But for the most part, it's not about telling someone else what to do. It's more about protecting what you need to do, what's right and good for you, by having strong boundaries, being very honest, and also being an inspiration as well, just the way you conduct yourself. You're not being cocky, you're not being, I don't know. This energy to me is very self-empowering and self-actualizing and inspirational to those that get to witness it. In the area of what you don't see coming, we have the Five of Swords, the Chariot, the Six of Swords. This is really nice to see. It shows that there's something here around the area of leaving drama behind, coming out of a battlefield. Yeah, they're a little bit dusted up, and there's a little scratch on the head and some tears, and that's okay. But with the Chariot and the Six of Swords, it shows that whatever battlefield you've been through or are about to go through, you're only going to gain more confidence from this situation and take yourself right out of it very quickly. So if this is something that's been ongoing, that you've been slowly coming out of, or this is to do with someone you know, this might not even be you, it could be someone else who's coming out of a battlefield, and maybe you're helping them come through the other side of this. But either way, a person is going to be building up their confidence and slowly moving into correcting the things that were not working for them, or moving away from the things that were not serving them. It's a really nice energy. It shows improvement, and also not just improvement and letting things feel better and lighter and letting go, but it's like the confidence that comes from it. The experience seemed like it was necessary for some reason to give you some sort of strength of character to learn something here, to know yourself deeper, to be proud of yourself as well. In the tarot outcome energy, we have the Devil, we have Death, and the Fool. So where once was shackles, manipulation, and darker energies, however that comes across, whether that's psychic attack, attachments, and things keeping you in dysfunctional patterns, or your own addiction cycles, manipulative behaviors from yourself or others, whatever it is, the Devil energy is being released, transformed with the Death card here, and there's a new cycle that begins with the Fool. There's a return of innocence in this energy. There's a bit of a reset that's yet to come. It's not quite here, but it will be. So what will help along with that would be this card of unwelcomed energies. I'm going to read this one to you. I think it's a little long, but if you want to skip ahead, you can, or you can even fast forward the way the speaking time, whatever it is. I always speed it up myself, depending on how fast they talk naturally, but here we go. Sometimes we may need to go a little deeper with our energy clearings. There may be unwanted beings in our energy field if we haven't cultivated resilience. If we have trouble staying in our bodies, we may find we are more susceptible to other energies entering our field, even taking up residence there. If you don't know how to do any energy clearing, you can certainly Google it and find lots of different tips and tricks until you find and create your own clearing. But also booking a session with a kinesiologist. I do this via distance or at my home in Brisbane if you're close. We can definitely do a really in-depth clearing through kinesiology. If that is calling to you, feel free to check that out. But you can also do this yourself by just exploring and finding the way. It's up to you what you feel, where you're at, and what level of help you might require. So this may be apparent if you have the sense of your energy being drained, or you're feeling disempowered to do what you normally love to do. There may be a sense of lethargy or moodiness. If this is the case, it's imperative to do a strong clearing. You may find that when you visit certain environments, you get a strange feeling that doesn't leave you. Or perhaps there was a ceremony that you partook in and didn't close down from the energy properly. You may also have been working with astral guides that are pretending to be something they're not. You might get repetitive thoughts that don't feel like they're yours. You might find you have recurring bad dreams, restless nights, or scary sleep paralysis. Your experience may present in different ways, but essentially you don't feel yourself. You may feel a kind of haze over you. You may even experience self-destructive thoughts. If this is the case, please seek whatever support you can. And then it says the following guidance offers options for clearing processes, but it's not intended to take the place of therapeutic or professional help. Free support hotlines are available in most countries. And it has here like a clearing heavy energy process, but I think this is something that you can definitely find for yourself as well. This is suggesting that you use salt, sage, using a violet flame. Again, these are all things you can Google if you don't know what they are. Yeah, I don't think there's any one way. You can do it in many different ways. And a good way to get to the core, like I said before, is kinesiology. We can often find the source of these attachments and things as well through muscle monitoring. But anyway, moving on to the next card. Oh, we already seen that. That was thriving. Your personal power at this time is I am forgiving. So that might be really beneficial as well to just consider forgiveness for yourself, others. But I'll see what prompts are in this little book here. There's good journal prompts that can give a bit of a thing to ponder. Write a list of people or experiences that have hurt you in the past, and after each one, write, I'm sorry, please forgive me, thank you, I love you. Ho'oponopono. I can never say that word properly, you get me. It's a Hawaiian forgiveness mantra. How do you feel when you cannot forgive someone, and what would help you forgive someone or something? This woman is looking over her shoulder and she's been hurt and now has trust issues. The memories still trigger her emotional wounds. She must learn to forgive and release herself from that burden. So this is all about healing and closure and letting that be. There's an opportunity for that this week. Maybe you, maybe someone close to you. And then you have 2 cards from your higher self messages, which is don't allow a scarcity mindset to limit your success. And you have so much to offer the world, don't ever doubt your contribution. And that sort of sits above the 8 of Swords, which is somebody who's definitely doubting their contribution. So if that's you, be aware, just keep watering the beautiful plant that is you. Do everything that you need to feel on top of your game and to remember who you are. I'm just getting that Queen Herbie song, Vitamins, that always comes in at those sort of moments in a reading. So maybe you want to check that song out, remember who you are. And I'm going to do the pendulum for you as well. So if you'd like to pause and think of a question for yourself, let's have a look for group 1. Can we see a yes for group 1? Wonderful. Can I see a no? Too easy. All right. Can I have the answer for group 1's question? And it is a no. Yeah. It's definitely staying in that no position, so that's what we'll take for our answer. Hopefully that was supportive for you, but always use discernment with such a tool as a pendulum. And that's what I have for my group 1s. So hopefully this reading resonated with you, and I look forward to reading for you all again soon. Take care, group 1. Bye. Hey group 2, and welcome to your reading. If you have chosen the Obsidian Star, then this is going to be for you. Obsidian is a beautiful protective stone, a great stone for psychic protection and healing and cleansing from negative energy. A good little tool to have is a bit of obsidian. Definitely a good one in the car or something, protecting you while you're driving, or just in your pocket, in your bag. I often pull this one into protection rituals. And you know what, actually the first thing I thought when our little crystal picker chose this one, those that are new here, it is my young son that chooses the crystals, and he's our little crystal picker. And when I first saw it, I thought, maybe group 2 don't feel like they're shining like they could be or should be. I don't really like the word should, but could. So maybe you're just feeling a little dark at the moment, a dark little star, you know. Maybe you're not feeling very bright or brilliant at this second. That could be the case. But anyway, just needing a bit of a clearing, a cleansing, that might be really supportive for you. Let's jump into the reading regardless. Group 2, we've got some of the signs in this reading. We've got Leo here quite strongly, Aries as well, lots of fire energy there. We've got Aquarius also. So those are the main that I can see, the main signs. So that could be you, someone you're dealing with, but it doesn't matter too much. Let's jump straight into the past energy, and I'll also let you know I've got the pendulum back again. So if you'd like to ask a question, that'll be there for you at the end. So past energy group 2, we have the Seven of Cups, strength, and the Three of Swords. Definitely some strong anguish in this Three of Swords. And the Seven of Cups is a great deal of confusion. So it's like, I'm hearing trying to hold it together. So maybe there's a lot of processing going on right now, and things might feel very confusing, and you're just literally trying to hold it together. There's a real sweet innocence with this Lamb here in this particular strength card. So I do feel like you may feel a little vulnerable at the moment, a little fragile, and that's okay. So with the Seven of Cups, so let's start here. This card can feel really stressful at times. Like sometimes it's that sense where you really like wish you could understand more, and you're trying to do all that you can to have answers prematurely, or to try and see something clearer that's very confusing. And it can get, the more you stay in this energy, the foggier it can get, you know. So sometimes it's like breaking free and just going for a walk or something would be really good for you if you find yourself in this like overthinking, over analysis energy. It's also the card of like not trusting what's around you, or feeling like you can't believe what's around you. It can also be the sense of illusions as well, like believing or thinking things that aren't actually true or happening. So it's a mixed bag, the Seven of Cups. It's not a comfortable one. Sometimes it's also about making a choice between multiple options, and you know, not all of the options are going to be good for you. So it's like that extra caution as well. And this is in the past energy. So, you know, maybe you've come out of this, or maybe you're still processing it, but there's definitely some confusion here. And it may have to do with something that's hit you in the heart space with the Three of Swords. That's a card of heartbreak, or deep anguish, pain. You know, this person's really struggling and suffering here in this card, for sure. They're very bound up by their emotions, or their mental pain, because it is actually the Three of Swords, not Cups. You know, it's about the mental pain. And so that's the past energy. So maybe you're overcoming a deep heart pain, something that's happened, trying to make sense of it, and that may not be possible to make sense of some things. But also, it could also be like clouding your judgment, or causing you to sort of act a certain way that doesn't serve you. That could be bound up in that as well. In the current energy, have got the Five of Wands here, so it's a bit of chaos, conflict card. So this could be multiple people involved in the situation that you're in, where there's maybe some sort of disagreements or misunderstandings. It can also be the energy inside of yourself as well. It doesn't have to be an external event. Although it's interesting that group 1 had the same card in the same placement, I'm pretty sure. So you may feel drawn to group 1, or it could be that you and your person are one of the other piles, like you're 1 and they're 2, or whatever it is. But yeah, there could be a connection to group 1. If you feel drawn to look at that, go for it. And maybe you came from there already. But Five of Wands carries on to the Emperor. And when I see the Emperor, the little chess piece stands out to me the most in this card. And it makes me think about making very strategic moves, being very careful. So this could be someone you're dealing with who's being very strategic and careful, or it could also be yourself. General reading, so take how it resonates. But this person is grounded. I don't dislike their energy, so I don't feel like this strategy is meant to hurt or manipulate anyone. I don't feel that's the case. I feel like this person sees broader than the other people around them. Like they have a further reaching sight for some reason. I really see that. This is someone who is strategic in a very smart way. And they've got good reason, and their reason can't be explained to maybe yourself or others, because it may be not understood or makes sense to other people. I don't know. I'm just really picking up on this person's got a game plan, and they're in it for the long run or something like that. So I'll hold a few more cards up as we progress into the week ahead. We now have the Knight of Pentacles and then the Queen of Pentacles. So This I feel like you're more the Queen of Pentacles. This person here is the Emperor. You could be vice versa, but this person is slowly coming towards you. Maybe they're here to support you or help you with some business moves, or I mean, it could be the other way. You could be this person, you're coming towards someone else. You may be wanting to collaborate with someone in business, or there could be some sort of big decisions or things unfolding, but they're unfolding very slowly, and it has to be that way because each thing needs to be taken care of very, very mindfully. There's something about this that care must be taken. There's just the pace of that mindful, methodical, beautiful Knight of Pentacles, and then the chess piece here. Those two together bring you abundance. So whatever this situation is, you kind of need to trust the timing of things that are unfolding and that things are actually blossoming. And they may also be a message here of like being your own authority, strengthening in some areas so that you can get things done and gain some sort of momentum. You might be needing to activate a certain part of yourself that may be being held back or being swallowed by chaos or confusion. That's something that you're needing to sort of ground yourself and find this perseverance energy to push on forward, but not in a rushed sense either. Sitting above all of this is actually the card Healing Chaos, which is interesting. I'm going to read that for you soon, not just yet, but I just find it with the Five of Wands down below, and it's this card is very much about a necessary chaos though, and I see that here too. In the future energy, the week ahead, sort of towards the end of the week, we have that Eight of Swords and the Nine of Cups. So you may be feeling a little anxious that your wish fulfillment isn't coming to pass, or there's something that you want, you feel like it's out of reach, or you're not good enough for it, or you're just perceiving it in a way that doesn't help you out, which is interesting because your personal power for this week is I am perceptive. So it's definitely time to look at your perceptions. You can see that in the challenge as well. I'll get to that next. I am perceptive is a really cool card because it shows all these cobwebs. It might be hard to see, but these cobwebs go over top of these dead flowers. And then on the outside of the cobweb is this beautiful fresh rose. And this person's very, you see their face. They feel very disappointed or, just down. And so this card, the meaning I am perceptive in this card is talking about clearing away these negative perceptions, the not good enoughs, or the naysaying attitude, or that little voice, if you've got a little voice going on at the moment, that voice that says it can't happen, or you just, anything negative at all that holds you back from your wish fulfillment. Clear that away and start to see things as already here and blessed. Or you've actually got this card from your higher self. It says, continue to make the most out of every open door. So if you've got beautiful things around you or opportunities around you, no matter how big or small they are, utilize them, be grateful for them, grab a hold of them, see things, the glass is half full. That's really what you're being asked for this week. I might just jump straight into the little thing it says here. What does it say? What worries you today? These are good journal prompts. I like this deck for the journal prompts. What worries you today? What story are you telling yourself today? How can you set yourself free? How can you approach each thought with a curiosity as opposed to accepting it as a fact? And are you a prisoner of your mind? If so, in what way? These are things that maybe you want to rewind the video so you can write those journal prompts down and actually sit with them and do a little self-inquiry. Might be really nice for you, or just a meditation, whatever it is you feel you need to do. There's definitely an opportunity for you to face some negative thinking or some limited thinking this week, because at the end of the week you've got wish fulfillment. And I do think that while these are combined, I also see that this is separate. I do feel that this is another thing that's also coming maybe this weekend. There's some sort of blessing coming your way, something. I see the Page of Cups. It could be time with a friend, or just a Three of Pentacles. Okay, there's something going on. There's some sort of wish fulfillment. Collaboration is the Three of Pentacles, working together with people, working with friends. There's something, maybe you're catching up with friends, and that could feel nice too. I feel like I was going to touch on something else before I went too far forward. I just love the Knight of Pentacles. It's so beautiful. It's so reliable, so methodical, and so present. And then without the Knight of Pentacles, we can't become this beautiful Queen of Pentacles energy. Very abundant, regal. Look at her pose. Look at her posture. She's a queen. She's really beautiful. I love that card. In the area of challenge, we have the Hanged Man and the Two of Pentacles. So you may be struggling between two different thoughts, two different perceptions. We see that here with perception. Like there's some like elevated thoughts, things that are like really high, and then there's might be something really weighing you down and very dense. And being stuck on a certain thought might be really challenging you at the moment, ruminating or finding it hard to release or let go, or just like seeing things as black and white rather than the shades of grey that are available as well. Hanged Man in the challenge is never nice. Like it feels like, sometimes it feels like the universe has condemned us, or that we are being held without, you know, we're trapped, we're stuck, that sort of thing. But what helps with the challenge? There's always a card to help with the challenge, and that is the Star and the Page of Pentacles. Have hope. Let there be lightness in your heart. Stay grounded with activities that help you feel good and connected to your body. Focus on projects that you've got going on right now. Maybe there's a new project you want to get started. The Page of Pentacles is all about starting new projects and new activities, whatever they are. Maybe it's a new exercise regime, or there's something you want to do. Maybe it's like learning more about nutrition, how to support your gut and your mind. Whatever it is, it's like this is the thing to focus on. Focus on things that bring you hope. So focus on the blessings, focus on the good things, and trust that divine alignment is here for you. That, you know, everything that happens to us happens for us somehow, even if we can't see it at the time. There's always some greater plan unfolding that we need to trust. And again, I'm going to come back to that. Make the most out of every open door. So whatever that might be that you have right now, and I'm thinking if you've got an active gym pass, then make the most of that. Go to the gym. If you've got access to fresh fruit markets or something like that, then go there and get those wonderful nutritious veggies. Or I'm just looking at my cat. If you've got a beautiful cat, make the most of that and snuggle with them. Whatever it might be, you've got children, play with them. Make the most of all of the opportunities that are around you, and they can be anything. They don't have to be great big business deals or relationships. They really, or they could be those things, but make the most of every open door that's around you, because you may also be dwelling on what's on the other side of a closed door, and that's closed for a reason. So just really focus on what's here for you, what's open. So what you don't see coming, nice energy. We have the Sun. We have the Queen of Wands, so someone returning to their power, things feeling a lot clearer, especially coming out of this, you know, Seven of Cups confusion. You've got this beautiful Sun energy here. We have the Four of Swords and the Fool as well. So a time for rest, a time for more clarity, a time to actualize your power and feel more empowered. The Queen of Wands, she's like, I'm hearing bringing sexy back actually. So maybe there's that, like maybe you're expressing yourself or just feeling more in touch with your inner fire, your inner sensuality. Maybe you want to dance a little bit more. We've got this beautiful person dancing with their arms wide open in the field. The Fool, take an opportunity. There's a new opportunity coming your way after this illumination comes. So there's like a lightness, a positivity sweeps in. You feel more activated. You're honoring your need for rest. You're sort of contemplating things in a more, maybe is it a more balanced way, or just because you're in a better place, you can then think and process things in a more healthy way. And then that gives you the opportunity for new doors to open, with the Fool being here. So there's definitely a new opportunity that comes after this process of renewal that does seem to be coming in from whatever the pain and anguish has been. And again, healing chaos, right? I almost want to read that now, but nearly, we're not there yet. Nearly there. The outcome of the tarot is the Seven of Swords, the Six of Cups, the Nine of Swords. Now this is interesting. I wasn't even sure how to read this when it first came out. I was like, what is going on? And for some of you, like, you may be wanting to bring something back from the past. There may be a lot of anxiety about that, anxiety about family or connections that are in the past. And for some of you, you may be like trying to do whatever it is you can. Maybe it's underhanded, maybe it's not. So the Seven of Swords can be a manipulative energy, but it doesn't mean that's always a bad thing. Sometimes it is. You'll know. When we have the Nine of Swords on the other side, I would say it's maybe not so healthy. If this could be you, it could be someone else, but there's definitely this, someone's like quite anxious about the past connections, family, children, and so someone's like trying to, or it could also be that you're fearful of someone trying to manipulate the situation, or yeah, like I said, you could be trying to bring something back from the past as well. Might get a little clarifier on that. Ace of Cups is the bottom deck for your read. So, you know, Ace of Cups is all about self-love. Definitely the underlying energy, and what you need right now is a little self-love. What can you give me around this Seven of Swords? Okay, the Five of Cups. So there's definitely grief and loss here. The Lovers is on the bottom. Maybe it's like grieving a past relationship or something that has left your world. You know, maybe this person betrayed your trust and you're still having anxious thoughts about that, or dreams or anxiety. Or maybe they're worried they'll come back again. Or, yeah, this is such an interesting section. It's like it really could relate to everyone in a different way. What else? We got Temperance there. I feel like that's just the guidance to like surrender, to just let go. High Priestess, trust the unfolding, trust the mystery. Trust that you're held and the things that are unfolding are as they should be. Even if it doesn't feel like it is as it should be, everything is divine. Yeah, be gentle with yourself if you are having these, like, you know, lots of anxious thoughts and feelings. Do what you can to just nurture yourself and find healing with that Temperance energy. So let's jump into the oracles. So you have here animal wisdom. Be soothed and inspired by creature companions. I'll read from the book for you. This card represents animal wisdom and the energetic signature each creature holds. You're encouraged to spend time with an animal friend, whether it's one you share your home with, or even someone else's pet. You can do like pet sitting as well. That's always nice. You may feel drawn to connect with birds or creatures who visit your garden, or animals in your environment. Watch them, feel into their energy and connect with them, and allow their ways to be a soothing inspiration to you. How do they move, respond, express their love, and show what they enjoy doing? Tune into their frequency with appreciation and even awe. Let your own world melt away for a moment and allow any stress to be recalibrated by experiencing life through their eyes. Know that their peace, excitement, playfulness, or however they're responding to the world in this moment is medicine for you right now. Know also that whichever animal you think of when you consider the message of this card is the aligned one for you to tune in with. I love that. I really, really love that. It feels really, really nice. What a beautiful practice. And I felt before, like, just maybe taking a walk might be really nice. I think I said that at the start of this reading. Like, I think taking a walk would be really nice. So if it is maybe animals in the park, lizards. We saw that I am perceptive, so we're going to move into the healing chaos message. I love the beautiful butterflies around this card. And when you receive this card, it acknowledges potential chaos or the need for chaos as an activator for profound healing. If your life seems chaotic, know that it has an underlying energy of healing. You are being healed on all levels. You are a healer. Alternatively, if your life is calm to the point of being stagnant, then this card suggests that it might be time to create a bit of chaos in your life. It will activate healing, do the unexpected, and mix life up a little bit. I do feel like it's the first message for many of you that, you know, this chaos is bringing healing, even if it doesn't feel that way. So make the most out of every open door. And we also had balance all dimensions of your life. So let's have a look at the pendulum for you. For our group twos, can I see a yes for group 2? Beautiful. And can I see a no? Too easy. And can I have the answer for group 2's question? That's a yes. Yep, it is a simple yes. Didn't have much more with it. Haven't been getting as many messages with the pendulum lately. Well, some, but yeah, it's like been very just yes or no, you know, whatever. Take it as it comes. That's what it is. So that's what I have for you, group 2. Hopefully this reading resonated with you. If you'd like a private reading or to book a distance kinesiology balance, you can check that out in the description box below. And I look forward to reading for you all again soon. Bye. Hey, group 3, and welcome to your reading. If you have chosen the little amethyst heart, it looks like it's got some stuff going on in the top at the back here. they're like little worms or parasites or something. Like, that's how I've always seen it with this particular crystal. So maybe there's like some sort of issue with parasites of any kind. Maybe that's something that's a message for you. You see a little hole actually drilled into the heart as well, so it must have been a pendant at one point. So some of you might feel like there's a hole in your heart space, something like that. Maybe you feel a little empty in that area, or yeah, I don't know. It's interesting. I wasn't going to say any of these things, but that's how it's come out, so that's what we're saying. The amethyst is a psychic stone, the stone of intuition and connection to your intuition. So that might be something that's really on fire at the moment, or it could be something you're developing. But then again, with that parasite sort of message, like, I would be mindful of what you're connecting to at times as well, making sure everything is coming in from the light and for your best interest as well. So group 3, this looks like an interesting turn of events for you in your reading here, because it looks like it has, for the last few weeks, if you've been a group 3 consistently, there's definitely been a lot of challenge to move through. So anyway, we have this main signs in this reading is Aquarius, Libra, Scorpio, Cancer, and that's all actually. But so those signs could be you, someone else you're dealing with. Did I say Libra? I think I did. Yeah, it could be you, someone you're dealing with, or something else, different placement, a transit that's going on, but doesn't matter too much. Let's jump into the past energy and also let you know I will have the pendulum for you. If you were with me last week, group 3, it snapped on you guys and we didn't get to ask the question, but I've repaired it now. So hopefully we can ask a question, let it be a different one. Anyway, let's jump into the past energy. We've got the Star, the 5 of Swords, and Death here. So group 3, you have been shedding a lot. You've been going through a lot, trying to hold on to hope. There is this glimmer of hope here, a renewal energy here. And it's I kind of get a bit of both. Like, I'm getting glimmers of hope, but it may not feel consistent. There's still this process of shedding that's happening and a need to let go. With this podium here, maybe you felt like you're in competition with somebody else, or you may feel like there is a sense of like needing to play a game or something to get what you want in a situation. But this is a drama. It's petty drama. It can be really catty. I'm getting like a catty vibe as well. I don't know if that's for everyone, but there might be some drama mixed up with like just real, yeah, that's petty, right? But anyway, with the Death card here as well, we've got a for sale sign and someone's moving. So the situation could have ended for you. Yeah, there was a lot of drama perhaps before it all ended. There's something like, I don't even know how to interpret that, and I'd feel like I don't want to for some reason. Like, maybe it is what it is, you're already aware, let's move forward type of feeling. But just touching on and acknowledging the past energy. The first card being the Star is... to me, it does mean that there is a sense of hope in your situation, like things that can get better, things can improve. If you felt like maybe it's done and dusted, then, maybe the hope is in a different area, like maybe one thing is shed away, but there's something else coming for you that will bring you a sense of renewal. But, yeah. It could have, I don't know, I feel like something misguided happened here as well. There could have been something very, very misguided, and it took you somewhere you didn't expect to be, or, and I'm just being drawn to the psychic stone. So like maybe it's like something influenced you or another person in this situation to bring about a really intense sort of drama situation. But anyway, whatever that is, it is what it is, and you're aware of it because it's in the past. Now, the current energy moving into the week ahead, we have the 10 of Wands. So this is a feeling like you're going through everything on your own. There's no support. It's really, really burdensome. It's really heavy. I always notice with this card that nobody's turned the light on for this person, so there's no real support here. Like they're having to use their phone to see where the key goes, holding all the bags after a big day. Like nobody's there to greet them. It's that sort of feeling, carrying all the weight of the world on your shoulders on your own. And then we have the Knight of Swords after that, so it may cause you to feel erratic at times, or like maybe it's like I'm seeing this person, like maybe it's like writing out messages and deleting them, or maybe it's actually writing messages and sending them and not thinking it through too clearly, but coming from a place of wanting to alleviate the pressure you're feeling. So that's sort of what's going on in the current energy. And then it does get better. We progress into the week ahead. We have this Queen of Cups here. So there may be a chance for you to have a heart-to-heart with someone, to let a bit of your grief out. Maybe this is your therapist, maybe it's your friend, maybe it's your partner. It'll be different for everyone. But I do feel like this Queen of Cups it's chosen this deck for you. And it was very clear which deck was for which pile. It's always the way. Even private readings, when somebody books a private reading, it becomes abundantly clear right at the beginning of their call what tarot deck is for them, and I love finding out why. And it's always this particular illustration in one of the cards. And I know that had I chose a different deck, it wouldn't have been right, you know? And this deck is right for you because I do think there's comfort here. There's a chance for you to just air your grievances or talk to someone who's really understanding, someone who can help you process your feelings, and help you through this stuff. Because I do, like, look at even I've just realized the 10 of Wands sits below the Solitude card. So you really are feeling like you're going through this on your own. Maybe you feel like no one else would understand, that sort of thing. Now, after this Queen of Cups card in the week ahead, you've got the Chariot, the Three of Pentacles, and the Magician. So this is some good news. It feels like things are moving ahead. You've got more support coming around you. With the the Three of Pentacles, that's a card of collaboration, teamwork, and support. So it may be that you're moving towards things that really support you, or people that can support you. You're manifesting, you're coming back into your power, you're recharging. There's something, so maybe it's whatever was said with this person. Maybe you've gotten to have a heart-to-heart with someone that really helps you see clear and feel a little better about the path ahead. And there's something going on there for you that gives you that opportunity to feel like, you know what, I can do this, or it's going to be okay, or there's a renewal here for sure. The Chariot is all about confidence as well. It's making choices and moving ahead, feeling like the experiences of your past have made you stronger. So that's a good thing as well. Maybe you're ready to reach out and meet with new people, or there could also be a collaboration opportunity coming up for you that maybe takes a lot of the pressure off of doing everything on your own. In the area of challenge, you have the Queen of Wands and the Five of Pentacles. Interesting here, we've got these little helpers. I love this deck. This is my favorite tarot deck, hands down. These little helpers are like, go this way. And then she's got her earmuffs on, like, oh, I'm not sure. I'm looking to the past. Like, should I go back? Should I revisit that situation? You know, am I making the right choice? Do I let it go? I don't know if I can let it go. And they're saying, no, you need to let it go and self-empower. Queen of Wands. Queen of Wands is self-actualized. She's powerful. She's a healer. She's a mystic. She doesn't need validation from anyone else. She self-validates. So whatever's going on, you might feel really lost and on your own right now, but it's pointing you towards this self-empowered woman energy. So this could also be a guide or a friend of yours as well. It's like, listen to your friend. She's stopping you from burning yourself. So if somebody's telling you, hey, maybe don't do that thing that you're thinking about, of like returning to the past or whatever it is. And this woman's like, you know, as well, like, don't burn yourself. You're going to burn yourself if you do that. So really listen to the spirit helpers, listen to the signs, because something's trying to protect you from maybe making a mistake or making things harder than they are. In the area of what will help with the challenge, we have the Four of Cups, perfect card to see, because this person is quite lost. You know, there's three empty cups here. They're feeling very disappointed, so maybe even feeling like a victim to the circumstances. But spirit helper is splashing her awake, and then we have this beautiful golden goblet that is emanating light just above your head. But the thing about the Four of Cups is they don't see the opportunity in amongst the loss and the grief and the pain. So what you're needing is to ground yourself, Ace of Pentacles. Grab a hold of whatever's there with you now in the physical and allow it to help you feel better. Take one step, put one rock down, start to build a foundation underneath yourself that's going to hold you. I'm getting the message of like cleaning a room. So maybe someone needs to like do some spring cleaning, get rid of the old energy, set up your workspace so that it's fresh for you to come back to it with a fresh energy and new inspiration. Whatever it is you're needing to do, like I'm getting a bit of maintenance stuff is needed, foundational supporting things. Like what can you do to create a supportive atmosphere? What can you do to create a supportive schedule? What are your goals right now? Maybe I don't know if you need to think too far ahead. I don't know, it'd be different for everyone, but it kind of feels like just nice and easy, gentle steps in the now is very, very important to help you just start taking those steps. But this feels very foundational. It's almost like putting down a cornerstone here. So and even look at this, yeah, underneath the bottom deck energy of your reading is the Knight of Pentacles, my favorite. And this Knight of Pentacles, he's growing a veggie garden, and that can't be done on, I just saw 11:11 then. That can't be done overnight. You know, the things you're doing right now are going to take time. It's going to need a bit of a method, a bit of a plan. It's going to need you to be very present with each step, not rushing ahead to the outcome. It's not about the outcome right now. You really need to let go of some sort of outcome and come back into the now where your power is. And forgetting the past as well. No future, no past. It's like what can we do now today to raise the vibration, to feel better, to look after myself, to look after my children, whatever it is, you know, that you need to look after. Underneath that is the Six of Pentacles as well. So definitely asking for help where necessary, like reach out for help, lean into your support networks. I can see you're going to do that this week because something is here to supporting you. But yeah, like this is definitely something you've got to do on your own, but also don't be afraid to ask for help. Especially when it comes to parenting as well. The Empress is underneath that. We've got a little boy with a sore knee. So, you know, maybe you're needing help nurturing your own inner child, but while also maintaining being a parent, if that's what's going on. Be different for everyone. Not everyone has children, but for those that do, that is for you. In the area of what you don't see coming, we have the Ace of Swords, the Judgment, and the Six of Swords. So some of you, this is like communication is going to come your way that helps you realize what needs to happen to create a shift. For others of you, it's clarity that you give yourself or clarity that happens to just come to you about a knowing of what you need to do. Judgment is that inner calling and that pull towards creating something or moving towards something or going in a specific direction that you are supposed to go in. You're being called onto a particular path. So you may get an invitation, or you may stumble across a post online or some sort of invitation or knowledge or something. Information that's going to help you realize what way it is you need to go, what way you need to go to feel better, because the Six of Swords is all about coming out of emotional turmoil and stress and turbulent times and feeling more calm and grounded. And it's like after being stuck out in the ocean and all this rocky seas, and finally you've landed and you can come up onto the beach and just relax. You can let go of everything that's happened. You're on stable ground now. It's about coming out of this destitute wasteland and into the magic. So it's also about activating your own sense of magic and creation again as well. Like follow the fairies, I feel like this group may have a strong connection to the fairies, or they may be around you at this time. Not everyone connects to those elementals, but playfulness, groundedness, sacred activities, whatever they may be for you. Like I love this particular altar in the garden. Maybe actually gardening might be a very grounding practice as well. In the outcome, we have the Ten of Swords, the Ace of Cups, and the Ten of Cups. It's interesting. It's almost like, I can read this in many ways. For some of you, it's like saying goodbye to a once was dream or a marriage that's ended. Maybe that's the case for you. For others of you, it's about like rising up again so that you can have this for yourself. Maybe that's something that you want, is this beautiful, loving connection. And because the Ten of Cups is about, it's the happy ever after card. It's about our happiness, our greatest emotional fulfillment. The outcome shows, or with the the Ten of Swords, it's not exactly about an ending though. Although it is, it's not a brutal ending with swords everywhere through their body. It's the phoenix. It's about rising up from an ending and allowing there to be love again, allowing yourself to feel love again and to be drawn into the things and places and people that you love and that love you. So this is a really good turn of events for group 3 after seeing the last few reads. I feel like they've been pretty challenging, but you've found your way through this. You are guided at every step, so you're never forgotten and left behind. And you support yourself well, so good things can come towards you. There's still some shifts to be made. Let's jump into the oracle cards and explore those. We've got levity with go to a high up place, get a shift in perspective. I'm going to read this to you. You can fast forward or put the volume speed thing up. This card inspires you to visit a high up place. In essence, it calls you to find the means to raise your vibration so you can access the next level of personal evolution most aligned with your higher self, or to give you a wider perspective on a situation. Sometimes we continue to hit a glass ceiling, knowing only what we can know with our minds, which is limited. When we raise our vibration, we move out of our minds and into our heart, through our energy field, an infinite portal. Our spirit nature allows us to access limitless information, heal ourselves, and possess the skills we may feel only fictional heroes possess. It is simply about raising our vibration to meet them. Sometimes this is called the remembering. We often feel like we need to visit gurus and intuitives or healers to give us this information. But what they're doing is helping us to raise our vibration. They inspire our energy field into higher frequency through their own strong resonance. They guide us with questions that prompt life-changing aha moments, or actively focus life force energy more directly towards our intentions. However, there is a myriad of ways in which we can raise our vibration ourselves, and these are usually free. They include removing the things that keep us locked into a lower vibration by doing the inner work. Raising your vibration can also involve taking yourself out of the headspace of a situation and revisiting it from a higher perspective once you're in a different frame of mind. For example, chances are you will feel clearer and more balanced within yourself after going for a nature walk or doing some exercise. You may not be in the vibrational realms described earlier in this paragraph, but if you are feeling challenged, triggered, or indecisive, or ruminating on something, then simply returning to a normal vibrational frequency will be an improvement, and you'll be able to get out of the funk and find some direction around the situation. I love that. And then in your higher self messages, you have new chapters require a new version of you. So it's really a strong calling here to, like, maybe this is actually what you don't see coming. Like in this very reading, maybe an aha moment is coming. The clarity of this Ace of Swords, it's like, no, this is what I need to do to get better, to feel better, to create and manifest the things that I want, you know. Maybe it's letting go of one dream, but trusting that another dream will come. With solitude, spend some time alone in your life. This means to take your own counsel rather than relying on the opinions and dictates of others. Break away from the crowd, be on your own. This card also speaks of self-resourcefulness, self-resilience, and tenacious individuality. If you are working on a project, trust your instincts and follow your own lead. Your creativity is at its peak, let it flow. If you're in a relationship that's disempowering, then this card suggests that it's time to step away. Take time to reassess your life. In solitude, you will thrive. This card also suggests safe haven, a sacred womb for incubation and self-transformation. And that's kind of what I was getting with that, like cleaner space, make it nourishing. What can you do to make it more supportive? That definitely feels, good. So your personal power this week is to know that you are good enough. I am good enough. I'm actually going to read the journal prompts because I did that for the other groups as well. I really like the journal prompts in this deck. The journal prompts are: who or what makes you feel like you're not good enough? What would make you feel like you are good enough? And what are your strengths? What are you really good at that others may not be? Those are some pretty good journal prompts that might be really nice to sit with. some higher self messages, 2 more of those, and then your pendulum. One is you had the new chapters require a new version of you. Now you have don't spend too much time in despair, move through the emotions and release it. Rejection is for your protection. What's right for you will always be for you on time. You never have to worry about that. You can trust in spirit to bring you what is right for you. And sometimes that's different from what we thought, you know. Sometimes we think something's right for us and we go for it and we try all our might and it doesn't work out, and we have to accept that. And when we finally do and we let go, what's right for us comes in and it feels so good. Especially the contrast of what we tried to force compared to what really is our blessing. I'm sure you all know that in your own way, in your own experiences. So let's see group 3's question. We're going to start with a yes. Nice and gentle. Okay, can I see a no? Oop, felt like I knocked that then. Can I see a no? That's better. Okay, and the answer for group 3's question. That's swinging up into a yes. Yep. And that's a yes for group. Oh, did I say 2? Sorry, I meant 3. That was a yes for group 3. Maybe you're drawn to group 2 as well. Who knows? It seems like they're all a little interconnected at the moment. But anyway, hopefully that reading gave you some sort of comfort, clarity, or guidance in this unfolding situation. And if you'd like a private reading, you can book that in the description box below. And otherwise, I look forward to reading for you all again soon. Take care, group 3. Bye.